The other thing, though, that was a driver for me in the printed program, getting away from the printed programs, was a conversation that I had during my years at Austin Lyric Opera. One of our supporters at Austin Lyric Opera during the time was AMD. And AMD is a graphic computer card maker that makes high-end graphic cards for gaming systems and computers. And I was invited to go to the big music festival, Austin City Limits, which happens every September, October in Austin. And the general counsel of AMD invited me to come to the festival. I got a band, I got all access everywhere, and it was really pretty neat. Well, during one of the conversations I had with him, we were cultivating AMD for a larger gift, for a larger corporate sponsorship. And during the conversation, he said to me, he said, Kevin, he said, it's not that I don't love opera. He said, my wife and I enjoy opera on the community level at AMD. We enjoy, supporting the arts. But he said, let me tell you something. And we were sitting behind the stage. So Austin City Limits has about a dozen stages. We were sitting behind one of the giant stages where I think the Black Eyed Peas were getting ready to go on stage. And we were sitting back in sort of a VIP area. And he said to me, he said, Kevin, he said, I have a hard time going to my community impact folks and asking for a major gift on behalf of the opera. And he said, and here's why. He said, right now, you and I are having, drinks and hors d'oeuvres sitting backstage of this stage at Austin City Limits. And there are 50,000 people that are getting ready to watch the Black Eyed Peas. And he said, above the stage is the AMD banner, and I know that those 50,000 people that are watching the Black Eyed Peas also see that AMD banner, and they fit within our model of the customer who is going to buy our graphics cards.
Right.
So I can measure the impact. So he said, if I had a way to measure the impact of the opera goer who is going to Austin Lyric Opera, that would give me a stronger argument. And so, I thought about those two things. And so for me, the digital program was a way to become more environmentally conscious, environmentally aware, because even in Austin, we tried a product prior to the product you and I worked on at Indianapolis Opera. We tried a product to try and, accomplish some of those goals. But also I realized in that conversation with that gentleman from AMD that really what we were talking about was not just the customer journey of the person who comes to attend our performances, but also the stakeholder journey of that AMD, that corporation who is advertising in that program book to say, what is the impact of my advertisement? And in a paper book, I have no way to go back to AMD and say, well, sure, I might have had 1,200 copies of that book printed, but how many people actually opened the book beyond looking at the cast list or looking at the runtime of the opera and actually saw the AMD ad and acted upon it?